Just want to do a quick review of the Archos 101 internet tablet. Just got this the other day, and basically I'd say that if you compare this to the 7, I actually wound up getting the 7C initially and then changed my mind and got this because the 7C, if I put my hand here, probably about where my thumb, the top of my thumb is about as far as it would go. So it's a lot smaller. This is definitely a better size, nicer for typing if you want to type this way. I did another video showing how a mouse works and a keyboard works. Just plugged right into the regular USB thing on the side. You've probably seen other videos already that show that. You got a regular USB, micro USB, micro SD card, and an HDMI out, and your power over there, power button, volume rocker on the top. One of the things that's nice is if you press the power button and you just hold it, you can go into the power off thing, and then there's a deep sleep, which is pretty nice. It shuts everything down almost to a minimum, and it seems like that works really well for not really using a lot of power, so maybe you don't need to really shut it off. Disconnects the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, so as soon as you turn it back on, as soon as you undeep sleep it, and I'll put it into deep sleep, why not? So now I found that the battery hardly even gets used, and then all you do is press the power button again, and it just comes right back on and turns, your Wi-Fi obviously went off there, but then it'll come back on its own right there, so that's good. The good thing with this one compared to the 7 is that this does, and actually now I think they said that you can installing something here. You can do the Android Market on all of these now. It seems like there's a thing in the apps library, the apps lib, which doesn't seem to be too bad, but that's for another reason. There's a lot of apps on the apps lib, so that one's good. But if you wanted to do the Android Market, there's an app that's called, I'll show you over here. It's called what is it? Here, Archos 0.53, and if you run that program, then you can install the Android Market. So it's in here, default apps and market, so it allows you to install YouTube and Gmail and stuff like that. So if you have the 7 or another one, that's something that you'd probably find helpful. I also like this because, and I don't know how much I'll use it, but because basically this one has a video camera as well. So I'm not sure whether Skype works, but there's a thing called Fring on there, which I'm going to try out. One of the things I seem to like about this is that one of the things I like personally is well, first the kickstand is nice, which you guys know about, and you can kind of put it in different positions, so like there, further down, almost flat, so it kind of allows you, if you wanted to type and stuff like that, that's good. I'm just going to go into a program I have, Note Everything, which basically allows you to do notes. So I'm going to do a text note, and then basically your keyboard's here, which is not bad. I'm just going to write F-A-C-T. I do find that this bottom row down here needs a little bit more pressure to press, like the space bar and stuff like that. It seems to need a little bit more, maybe just because it's toward the edge here, and I don't know, but it seems like if you press it, you gotta, like if I just touch, like the letters and stuff, I'm just lightly touching. If I just lightly touch the space bar, nothing. It seems like you have to press down harder on it. Period, same thing. Anything on this bottom row seems to be a little tough, and maybe it's my model, so I'm going to try actually flipping it over the other way and see if it's just that edge there or what it is. So yeah, maybe that's what it is. It may just be that particular edge up here just is not as responsive. So flipping it over seems to be better. What else can be said? Yeah, I mean pretty much any kind of apps you want. One of the things that I personally like is, I think if you're trying to hold it in your hand, right, hold it up, then the keyboard being at the bottom is a little difficult to use. But I found if I flip it this way, it's almost more like the phone keyboard. And again, just because I'm doing a video, I'm going to put it down. But I find that basically, if you're gonna do kind of the holding in your hands, then if you're holding the device up, you can almost reach to each side. It gives you a little bit more room, even if you have bigger thumbs, and almost do it like you would type on your phone. If I hold it with two hands, I can, and I'll show you the other hand, I can easily, in this mode, type, type using both hands, and it makes it a little bit nicer while you're holding it in your hand to type internet addresses and all that stuff. So that's kind of my review. So far, I like it. I've had it for 2 days. I would definitely recommend. I got this at Sears for $249 versus the $199 for the 7-inch. You get 3 inches more. You're getting a higher processor speed versus the 7C. One thing I found out is internet tablet is the way to go, not home tablet, because the home tablet's like I think like 600 to 800 megabytes versus a full gigabyte on here. Definitely a nice screen, nice view. The videos and movies. You can also get Netflix. Search online for Netflix APK, and you can bring that onto here. Tons of apps available via the App Store and via the via the apps lib or apps library, which I guess is kind of their thing. I did put Skype on here. Haven't had a friend on the other side yet to test out whether the camera will work with that, but I will show you here that once it comes on here, the camera does work. It does seem to have a video mode, and it has a regular picture mode. Front facing, obviously, so you can see yourself or whatever. I'll take a picture here real quick. So that's the story.